It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police are looking for a 30-year-old woman they believe can assist with their inquiries into a single vehicle rollover at Kurri Kurri early today. The woman was driving a blue Holden Commodore station wagon, which overturned at the roundabout on Lang and Mitchell Streets just after 1:30 this morning and slammed into a power pole and an RMS signal box. Initial reports suggested the woman was trapped along with her 25-year-old male passenger. However, she managed to free herself and ran off. The passenger remained at the scene and spoke to police when they arrived. Police are urging the woman, who they believe may be injured, to hand herself in. An investigation into alleged historical child sex offences has led to the arrest of a former Lambton Salvation Army worker. The 69-year-old is accused of abusing two boys in the late 1990s when they were aged 10 and 14, having met them through his work. Detectives from Strike Force Georgiana arrested him in April. He's due to face Newcastle local court today, charged with 15 offences. Coal Ash Community Alliance have asked Origin Energy to show more transparency surrounding the sudden closure of the Myuna Bay Sport and Recreation Centre. The group is concerned locals aren't being told the full story, given the state government's past attempts to privatise and sell the facility. Lake Macquarie member Glenn Clark hopes the request will provide the community with more insight and clarity.
If this goes through, hopefully we will be able to at least answer some of our questions about the current condition of the lake, the expected future condition of the lake, in particular, what's going to happen.
Investigations are continuing into a single-car crash at Myuna Bay, which left 3 people in hospital. Emergency services arrived at Wangi Road around 2:15 this morning to find debris strewn across the road after a car hit a guardrail and crashed into a ditch. Wangi Road was closed for about half an hour while the scene was cleared. 2 people suffered minor injuries, while a third person was taken to hospital with head and neck pain. Residents living along the Hunters coastline shouldn't be alarmed by low-flying helicopters over the next week. Ausgrid recently completed bushfire safety patrols in the Upper Hunter and is now inspecting more coastal parts of the electricity network for potential hazards. Ausgrid's Jonathan Hall says the helicopters have been modified to operate as quietly as possible, but they may fly close to properties.
So they can only send the helicopters up when it is safe to do so. So weather permitting, we are aiming to be in the air between 7:30 in the morning to 5:30, of course contingent on weather conditions.
Stockton Beach has been made off-limits to four-wheel drive vehicles following this week's massive swell. Severe erosion has created steep drop-offs, making for treacherous driving conditions in the Warramai Conservation Lands and Samurai Beach. National Parks and Wildlife says it will reopen the beaches to four-wheel drives as soon as it's safe to do so.
2NURFM Sport.
Former Newcastle knight Dane Gagai was the match winner for the Maroons in Game 1 of Origin last night when he scored 2 tries in the second half in Queensland's 18-14 win over New South Wales. Gagai intercepted a sloppy pass from Jack Whiten and ran the entire length of the field to give Queensland the lead and undo the Blues' 8-0 half-time advantage. Knights fullback Kalen Ponga also impressed with 2 try assists in an energetic display, and teammate Michael Morgan told Macquarie Radio the 21-year-old has a big future ahead of him.
He is a very special talent. I'm really happy for him because he's a really good kid with a level head on his shoulders, and look, his future's very bright.
Cessnock coach Todd Edwards says the signing of halfback Scott Briggs will be a valuable asset for the Goannas for the remainder of the 2019 season. Briggs was signed from Macquarie and is expected to make his debut from the bench in Saturday's clash with the undefeated Western Suburbs. Edwards says Briggs' strengths lie in his kicking game and game management and will provide extra depth in the halves after Hayden Lowry tore his ACL. And Newcastle Jets legend Ben Kennedy is set on launching his own goalkeeping academy, focusing on school holiday clinics and regular academy sessions. And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 30, 42, 40, 4, 34 and 1, and the supplementaries are 12 and 39. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.